Hey there, quirky folks! Black Adam just hit the theaters, and it has set up something huge for the future of the DCEU. Dwayne Johnson is taking charge of things now, and even though we've seen many films in this franchise, Black Adam is being called the beginning of the new DCEU. The phase 1 of this revamped DC franchise has begun, and it has brought one major face back. By now, everyone knows who it is. But still, I would give you a spoiler warning just in case you live under a stone. The mid-credit scene of Black Adam brings back, leave right now if you don't want to know because I'm gonna say, Henry Cavill's Superman. After being booed at Comic-Con, Dwayne Johnson took matters into his own hands. He fought for Henry Cavill to return now more than ever.
Henry's a buddy, and he is a phenomenal Superman.
And our Superman finally came back to film 2 small scenes for Black Adam and The Flash in August. Now with Supes wanting to talk with Black Adam, it's clear that this post-credit scene has set up a bunch of new possibilities. The first and the most obvious one of them is a Black Adam sequel where Black Adam takes on Superman. This is a fight that Dwayne Johnson has always wanted and teased for the big screen. And if things go well for Black Adam, then we can surely expect a Superman vs. Black Adam movie coming our way. But many reports have suggested that a Man of Steel 2 is also happening after this. Well, I have an idea that could give us something even bigger with Superman and Black Adam. While I'm not saying that a Man of Steel 2 should not happen, it definitely should. But its release window should be somewhere around 2026. Before that, what we should get is DC's answer to Avengers, The Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars. By the end of 2025, Warner Bros. Should plan a Justice League vs. Black Adam movie that also involves the Suicide Squad or perhaps the Justice Society of America. That would be the DC crossover event we've all been waiting for. It's obvious that Warner Bros. Doesn't have any plans to follow up on Zack Snyder's Justice League. In fact, Superman's classic blue suit in Black Adam is proof that they don't acknowledge the Snyder Cut. So we should just pretend that all the major DC players like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and The Flash exist in this universe. Basically, we should do what Shazam did by acknowledging their existence and not looking back into the past events of Justice League. That's what Warner Bros. Is trying to do. But hear me out. Henry Cavill is back, and rumors suggest that he has signed a new contract. So he is staying since he has also shot a scene for The Flash. Initially, Ben Affleck was going out with The Flash, but he has also filmed a new scene for Aquaman 2, which takes place after The Flash now. So, he also seems to be staying as the regular Batman of the DCEU. And at the same time, Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne may also exist on the same Earth. But moving on, Patty Jenkins recently confirmed that Wonder Woman 3's script is complete. So, we should expect it to happen sometime in 2024 or 2025, and it could lead us directly into this Justice League vs. Black Adam plus Suicide Squad / JSA movie. The reason I'm saying this is because even Dwayne Johnson wants these characters to cross paths. The words he spoke to comicbook.com teased crossovers involving literally all these characters. So, this could be DC's Captain America, Civil War-like event where heroes and anti-heroes take each other on. But this time around, the power levels of the characters involved is gonna be huge. This mega event would act as a Justice League 2, a Black Adam 2, and a Suicide Squad 3. I strongly believe that Amanda Waller was in Black Adam for a specific reason. She is the one who sends the JSA after Black Adam. But after the events of this film, she could recruit Black Adam into the Suicide Squad. With the Suicide Squad being all scattered, we could have a semi-new roster of the team. Fun fact, back in 2018, this was the initial plan that director Gavin O'Connor had for when he was making Suicide Squad 2. And his plan also included Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke in the team. So, I'd say that he should also be brought back for this crossover. Now just imagine the star-studded lineup of the Suicide Squad itself. There's Dwayne Johnson playing Black Adam, Idris Elba as Bloodsport, Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Sylvester Stallone's King Shark, Daniela Melchior's Ratcatcher 2, and maybe even John Cena's Peacemaker. Now that's an interesting prospect, as The Rock and John Cena could give us a WWE reunion. That would be a total alpha-level squad. And when they take on the Justice League, all the fascinating ideas we've imagined could come true. We could get our Superman vs. Black Adam moment, and even a Shazam vs. Black Adam fight could be covered in it. But at the same time, we could also get a Batfleck vs. Deathstroke battle that was promised but never happened. And just imagine King Shark battling King Arthur. Won't that be so cool? Bloodsport took down Superman with a Kryptonian bullet. So, what if he somehow finds a way to injure the Flash this time? But still, if you think about it, despite the Suicide Squad having powerhouses like Black Adam and Ratcatcher 2, 3 masterful assassins, a talking fat boy shark, crazy Harley Quinn, the Justice League is still too overpowered for them. I mean, either one of Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam could go up against Black Adam in a one-on-one battle and actually win. The 4 of them pressing on one Black Adam would be too much, even for him. And then there's Batman the Master Tactician, Barry Allen.
I'm the fastest man alive.
Martian Manhunter, the powerful last survivor of Mars. And probably even Cyborg, a digital age god. Guess what? We haven't even talked about a potential Green Lantern joining the team. Or Sasha Calle's Supergirl, who is supposed to become a DCEU regular after The Flash. So, the Suicide Squad could have their asses handed over to them in an instant. And that's why they need some powerful new members. But instead of picking up more new villains, imagine if the Justice Society of America could join their cause. They have connections with Amanda Waller, and by the end of Black Adam, they join him in defeating Sabbac. So they could act as the power-ups that the Suicide Squad so desperately needs. What I'm basically saying is that this idea that I have in my mind involves the Justice League battling a mashup of Suicide Squad and the JSA. These are all the major cards that DC holds in their hands right now, and they should go all in. This way, we've got our hunger for a JSA versus Justice League movie satisfied. And Warner Bros. Would have a mega crossover event that would compete with Marvel. The cast of such an event would be absolutely insane. You could argue that this star power is even bigger than Infinity War. But pulling this idea off is going to be insanely tough because first of all, Warner Bros. Will have to find a great writer. And this writer would have the toughest job of finding a plot point as convincing as the Sokovia Accords, which would pit the Justice League against the Suicide Squad and JSA in an organic way. I don't want a narrative where the Justice League goes evil and the Suicide Squad plus JSA team has to stop them. This idea has already been used in the upcoming Suicide Squad versus Justice League game. So, I'd love it if all the members of the Justice League are in their senses, and someone could find strong motivations for the Suicide Squad and the JSA to fight them. Warner Bros. Could use James Gunn or Andy Muschietti as the directors for this project. After The Flash, both of these directors would have the experience to handle multiple characters at once. But I may have a better idea than these two. Since the Russo brothers are not being called back for Avengers Secret Wars, Warner Bros. Could actually bag them for this mega DC crossover event. And as the forces of Earth would be divided after this Justice League versus Suicide Squad plus JSA movie, Darkseid would invade the planet in the Justice League event following this one. Then everyone would have to put their differences aside and take on his evil army to save Earth. That would be the DCEU's endgame. You see what I did there? This is the kind of plan that Zack Snyder had for Justice League 2 and 3. He wanted the Justice League to fight the Injustice League in Justice League 2 and then Darkseid in Justice League 3. There was time travel involved as well. But instead of all that, I'd make the Justice League fight better opponents and then straight up take on Darkseid. But frankly, I don't think that Warner Bros. Has the balls to go this big. Instead, they would keep focusing on solo projects like Black Adam 2, Wonder Woman 3, Shazam 3, The Flash 2, and Aquaman 3. What do you think of my idea? Let me know in the comments and show your support by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.